YouTube, what's going on, guys? Bushcraft hippie. Just had a quick little walk into the woods. I got my big old backpack packed. It's time, guys. We are doing an overnighter tonight. I'm gonna sling up the hobo hammock. Gonna get some supper. We're gonna have a few brews. We're gonna say probably a couple shout outs, a couple thank yous to some people. And we're just gonna max and relax and have a good old time. I don't know if you guys can really see, I have the biggest, craziest pack setup right now. Sorry for the wonky angles, but I just want to see if I could get that on film for you guys. I have a camel bag backpack attached to my other backpack, keeping my sleeping bag stationed on there. And it's kind of funny because the camel bag strap is also around my waist as well as my normal backpack. So I've kind of morphed two backpacks into one. Very helpful, very, very cool. But I'm gonna get through this this field area here, and I'll be right back with you guys once I get to base camp, all right? Stay tuned. Whew. Yeah, we did it. We have arrived. We are at the spot. Everything looks to be the way we left it. Got our pile of wood I was working on. It's nice and clear all around. A lot more little bugs out today, but I brought the bug net and everything with me, so that should be not a problem. I need to go look for some pine trees. I want to get some pine boughs, and I want to get a quick fire going and throw some pine on there, because that's known to keep the bugs away. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my tarp. And then I'm going to put my hammock up underneath my tarp. And then I'm going to scavenge around for some wood and some supplies. And then I'm going to bring you guys back, and we're probably going to get the fire going and have a beer and have a quick chit chat. So we'll get this overnight started the correct way. Whew. Feels good, YouTube. I did it. It's all set up for the most part. I got the hammock, the tarp, and some of my basic necessities for camp. I got a little ground tarp going on over here. I got the trusty old blue. You're my boy, Blue. That's my blue tarp. It's a good old tarp. This used to be actually a ground tarp for me, and I just bring it out whenever I know it's not going to rain or I just want something over my head. And I'm going to put my bug net in here in just a second, hopefully. And that'll be good to go. Let's see. Check the time. I left my house at 4 o'clock. I got to the trail head at 4:20, and then at 4:20 I left trailhead and got here a little bit before like 5 o'clock. It is 5:42, so it's taken me about 42 minutes or so to set up camp. I'm going to set some of the stuff on the ground tarp down below. I'm going to go walk around the woods and collect some stuff and like some decent sized kindling. I'm not going to have a fire all night. I do have a few torches that I brought with me, homemade like little buddy burners. So when it's time for me to just relax in the hammock at night, I'm going to have a buddy burner probably right in front of my little fire pit here. And the buddy burner will be my source of light and will keep the bugs away, hopefully. Haven't seen any ticks yet, so that's good. No ticks as of yet. We'll see how that goes. And the mosquitoes, you know, they're doing okay. But let me go get stuff all set up here. I'm gonna go. I'm hankering to drink a beer, guys. I brought 2 beers with me, and I only drink beer when I'm doing shoutouts for YouTube or for when I'm actually like out doing something like in the woods, or I like to drink a couple beers when I ski. So I'm not much of a sit at home and drink kind of guy, and it gets me all excited when I get out in the woods when it's time to drink a beer. Plenty of headspace underneath my tarp. I think we're gonna save most of the sleeping equipment. We're gonna set it all on the tarp here, the ground tarp, and we'll get the sleeping equipment set up a little later. Let me lay down, make sure the hammock feels good for laying. Oh God. I might need to lower one side a little bit. Oh, I don't want to put my feet all the way in because I have my shoes on. Yeah, I like it. So we're going to call this home for the night, my friends. First overnighter of the year. Super excited. Gonna go get some wood to burn for a fire tonight, and I'll be right back with you guys, and we'll do some beer reviews and some shout outs, and we'll talk about some stuff, and we'll get some fire and food going after that. So stay tuned, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace out. Be right back. Alright guys, so I brought with me 2 of these buddy burners. I'm gonna use this one just for a little bit. I don't want to waste it because I'm going to use this kind of as an ambient light during the nighttime instead of having a roaring fire going. But if you guys haven't seen these buddy burners, I have a how-to on my YouTube channel here on how to make these. Very easy, very helpful. See if we can get one lit here. And what's great about these guys is they produce a lot of soot with the smoke. So it's going to keep the bugs away quite a bit, I hope. I'll show you guys. We're just gonna stick it right here, just kind of out of the way of the tarp, and what that'll do is that'll slowly burn like a candle, and the smell of it and the soot is hopefully going to keep some of these bugs away. Sit you guys back down here. Yeah. Oh god. Using one of my old ski poles for a tripod and a selfie stick, so I'm liking that. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I'm going to have a review on it and a big thank you video to Matt from Survival Gear and Review. This is my Stanley cook system that I won from one of his giveaways. It's a 3-step process. Basically, this is a thermos. Built in is a nestling pot. Very nice 20-ounce pot right there. It just clips and nestles right in. Nice little handle. It locks into place. What's great about this, guys, is it's a thermos in here. Classic Stanley thermos. You got your little green cup. I put water in here hours and hours and hours ago, and there's still ice. So far, the longest I've seen ice stay in here for is, I think it was 12 hours before I drank it all. So it kept cold for 12 hours. I haven't tried to see how long it will keep stuff warm for, but it says for 13 hours. So Survival Gear and Review. Check that channel out, guys, if you haven't seen it. Matt, thank you so much, guy. Great product. Awesome. Lifetime warranty on this, too, so that's really cool. That ice water hit the spot. And I just like things that nestle, you know. Saves me the room of taking a cook set with me. And it also holds my water, so I think that's great. So, we got the buddy burner going. It's just, it's making a really sooty smoke. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's gonna hopefully keep those bugs away. I'm gonna hang out for just a while longer, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm about to start the fire, and show you guys what I'm gonna have for some supper. Actually, before I go, let me bring to you guys the 2 beers we're gonna be drinking tonight as well. Hop into the hammock. Man, that buddy burner is doing great right now. It's actually putting off some nice light and some nice heat. So for the brews today, guys, I picked two canned beers. I've never had either of these beers, and I haven't had a beer from this brewing company. So I'm just going to read off some of the stuff on the can. I'll show you guys. It's from Blue Point Brewing Company from Long Island. Micro brew crafted, extremely fresh is what it says on the can. I don't know about that, but supposedly it's super fresh. It's a deep copper rye ale. I don't think I've really had a lot of experience with rye ales, so I'm interested to check it out. But it's Rastafari ale. So I figured it was kind of fitting, me being a hippie, and this being the Bushcraft hippie channel, we would have a Rastafari. Real Rastafari, man. Yeah, real Irie. Yeah. So I'm excited to try this. I'm probably going to crack this open in just a second. I don't think it says anything on the can worth reading. Nope, nothing on the can worth reading. It is let's see, 7.6% alcohol per volume. When I like to get beers, I'll get a beer that's below 6%, but I like to find beers that are above 6%. Drinking one of these is like drinking like 2 Bud Lights pretty much. So that's pretty awesome. Rastafari from Blue Point Brewing. And then this one, this is brewed in Maine, so it's a local brew for me. It's called Whistle Punk. It's from Sebago Brewing Company. Sebago Lake is a big tourist attraction up here in Maine. Huge, huge lake. Lots of like jet skiing, boating, stuff like that. I'll read what it says on the can, and this is what made me want to get it. As bitter as a one-armed lumberjack, except a huge hot punch and an aromatic blast. Knock it down fresh or give it to someone who will. Whistle Punk Double IPA. Sebago Brewing Company, Gorham, Maine. Whistle Punk. So, I'm excited to try that one out. This one's going to be my second beer. And the reason I'm saving this one for second is this one is 8.2% by volume. So this one's going to be the heartier, heavier of the two, and it's a double IPA, so it's going to be very hoppy and, in my opinion, very delicious. So I'm going to go take care of a few things. I need to just set a few more things up on camp here. Basically just a little bit of housekeeping around the campsite. And then I'm going to get the beers open. I'm going to do a couple shout-outs. And then we're going to get a fire going and get our night started, guys. Super excited to be out here and doing this. I've been saying I wanted to do a overnighter just for my 100 subscribers. I hit 100 subscribers a while ago, and the weather just hasn't been that great here. So hopefully, now that it's middle of June almost, we're gonna have some good weather to be out and about. And I have a lot of things planned for you guys. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with some beer and some shout-outs. We're gonna bring out the first beer. Blue Point Brewing Company from Long Island, the Deep Copper Rye Ale. It is the Rastafari Ale. I've never had a rye ale, I don't think, or at least I'm not sure if I have. I have had copper beers before, so let's get right into it. Yeah, it smells like a copper. It's got like a nice bite to it. I think that might be the rye there. But it's definitely, I can see where you get the copper, deep copper. It's going to be a flavorful brew, my friends. So, guys, cheers. YouTube, thank you. Everyone who's watching right now, I appreciate everything you guys do. The likes, the comments, the subscribes. All the feedback you guys give is wonderful. And I wouldn't ask to be in a better community. So, first to that, I'd like to say cheers. Check out the hippie man. Wow. It's kind of dry. Definitely, I can see where you get the deep copper. I can definitely taste not coppery, but it could be described as that, kind of tangy on the mouth, tangy on the tongue. Really good. I'd like to do a few shout-outs really quick. 2 shout-outs to 2 channels that I want you guys to go check out and subscribe to. Both of these channels has under 40 subscribers. So these first 2 channels, guys, definitely go give some support to. Take the time to go check out their channel, watch a video or 2. If you like what you see, leave a comment, say, hey, the hippie sent me. I like what you do, and have a great day. Spread a little bit of positivity, guys, because it feels great when you're just starting out to have somebody shout you out and to all of a sudden have 5, 10 people come over and say, hey, I like what you do. Keep up the good work. So the first one is the Bulliet Woodsman. I've been subscribed to his channel for a little while now, and I've been meaning to get a good shout out to him, and it's finally here. So my friend, to you, cheers. What drew me to his channel straight away, and I mean this with the most love, is the guy has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth or hanging out of his hand at all times. And I don't personally smoke cigarettes, but I have a couple really good friends who are just like that. They have a butt hanging out of their mouth at all times. YouTube, what's going on, guys? Quick interjection. I started to do some shout outs here. And I'm only going to redo a little bit of this one for Bulliet Woodsman because the other ones I was just rambling on
and you guys are gonna hear a little bit of rambling from me. But it's all good stuff. It's all great stuff about our community, and the people that I'm shouting out. I'm sure will appreciate it. But I wanted to just do a quick interjection for Bully at Woodsman because a few of the things, like the first thing I said, it's totally true. I think it's awesome that he walks around with a butt hanging out of his mouth. But it wasn't really exactly. That's not the reason I want you guys to go check out his channel. And I feel like I didn't really cover it because I really like his channel for more than just the entertainment value, more than just the fact that I think him and I would be, compadres if we were ever to meet in real life. One of the things that really drew me to his channel immediately was the fact that in all of his videos, no matter what he's doing, you always see one or two of his kids in the background. And not only see him, but they're usually doing something with him, bushcraft related. So I didn't, for whatever reason, I couldn't get that out while I was hanging in the hammock drinking a beer. And I figured Bully Woodsman, he's a good friend of mine, I consider. So I would take a little extra to say thank you to him and to do something correct instead of just he's awesome and he's just like me and he loves whiskey, which is all true. But I figure to make up for it, I had one last swig left in my bottle. This is the only bottle of whiskey I had left in the house. Maker's Mark. It's not Bully at Whiskey, but Maker's Mark is pretty decent. It's Kentucky straight bourbon, and it's not my favorite, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. I also like the bottle. Just kind of interesting little design here. If you've never had Maker's Mark and you like whiskey, give it a try. You probably will like it. I didn't have a full shot glass worth here, but I did have about a shot's worth. So I poured it out, and this one for you, my friend, Bully at Woodsman. Cheers. Yeah. That'll warm you up real good. So check out his channel, guys, and continue to enjoy my next couple shoutouts, because they're going to be awesome.
Check out his channel, guys. He enjoys whiskey quite a bit, which I do too. And he's from the East Coast. I think he's said New York. He's got always a New York hat on and a New York shirt on, either for the Giants or the Bills. I don't quote me, because all those New York teams are the same to me. Being a Patriots fan, yes sir. But he's from the East Coast, and that's what matters most. And so Bully at Woodsman, cheers, my friend. The second guy I want to say a big, huge shout out to, and I want you guys to go check out, is The Weekend Hiker. I found him through my friend T in the Trees, Nate. Found his channel, watched a few of his videos, liked what I saw, and he just put out a video of a raft trip that him and his family went on, his brother, his mother, his father. And he brought a bottle of Tennessee whiskey, some of the honey whiskey, and that's my favorite sipping whiskey. If I'm just going to pick something to sip on, it tastes good, it goes down smooth, and the video was amazing. He had some really good editing, really good sights too. I would recommend just going to his channel to watch that one video, if anything, because he was rafting through a little gorge with Class 2 and Class 4 rapids, which are pretty decent rapids, and it was a good commentary. Every now and then he would put in his a voice overlay and say a few things for the video, which I really like. It gave it a really nice feel. So great job to him. Cheers to The Weekend Hiker. Delicious. So I have them written down here. This is my field notebook. I like to write things in here. And I've got basically every video that I ever do is planned out and written down with dates. Here's an old shout out list. EDC Holland, Matt from Survival Gear and Review, a couple good shout outs there. But I wanted to check out, we got 2 more channels. These guys have a little more subscribers than the last 2. And so these recommendations aren't just to go and give them a sub and give them support, but really go and take a minute to check out their content. Because these next 2 channels I enjoy watching, and not only do I like their videos, but they are actively commenting on my videos and giving me really good feedback or positive comments, and I really appreciate that. So the first one, and this is a big personal favorite of mine, there's a few channels that I watched from the UK, and some people think it's weird that I would watch videos from the UK, and I don't know why that is. I like bushcraft no matter who it is, and one of the big people that got me into bushcraft videos, and I really wanted to start making videos, was Goonie Bushcraft. He put out a video called Bushcraft Essentials, Bushcraft Kit Essentials, I believe it was. One video, and it was out years and years and years ago, I believe. That video has over like 100,000 views now. And he started, at one point, I don't know what made him decide to start making videos, but he started putting out videos, and him and his friend Dean and his friend Ray, and a couple other people, family members of his, go out, him and his daughter, go out, and I'm not sure if he knows it, but I really think that he does a great job on his videos. Everything is clean, everything is nice. You know, the content's funny, it's interesting. Him and his friends have a really good time. And another thing I love is they always are having a brew. And Ray, if you're watching, can I light my fire, mate? Huh? So that's an inside joke a little bit. And you know, he just puts out really great content. He's one of the YouTubers that I, you know, if I had to say, he would put out a video every single day if I could have my way. But you know, everyone does their own thing. And when Goonie Bushcraft puts out a video, I watch it once or twice at least. So if you guys don't know Goonie Bushcraft, check him out. Tell him the hippie sent you if you'd like. And yeah, cheers. Awesome. And this one is going out to Jay, Dean, and Ray. All right, guys? Have a great day, guys. Woo! That was a nice slug back for you. All right, so I have a couple other things I want to say. One last shout out though, and this is a good one here. Wheels Gone Wild. If you guys don't know Wheels Gone Wild, I don't remember his exact subscriber count. It's nothing crazy or huge. He's right around the same amount of subscribers I'm at, but I really enjoy his presence and his input into the community, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He's one of those people that comments on my videos and doesn't just leave a, hey, I liked your video, which if you do, hey, I really appreciate that. Just leaving a comment or even just clicking on my video is always appreciated. But Wheels Gone Wild, that guy, he leaves great feedback. I try to leave like a paragraph. You know, when I leave a paragraph in a comment for someone's video, I feel really good about it. It's not about feeling good for me. It's about giving good feedback, I guess. But Wheels Gone Wild always treats me well, says great things, and just has really good advice too. Stuff that, you know, I may have heard once or twice already, but it's just deep in the back of my brain, and you know, the info isn't being put to use in my brain. And then he says, hey man, check this out, do this, try that, and you know, he must be a wealth of knowledge. I mean, obviously on YouTube you can only get to know someone so much, but I'd imagine if we were sitting on his porch drinking a beer, hanging out, he'd have a lot to say and a lot of really good information, and I can respect that. So Wheels Gone Wild, check out that channel. Tell him I sent you. Tell him to have a great day. Spread some positivity. And that's it for my shoutouts, I think. Alrighty, YouTube. It's getting a little dark. It's getting a little scary out here. Not really. But we need to get ourselves a fire going. I've got my buddy burner going, so I could just use the flame for my buddy burner, which is right here. But I'm not going to cheat today, I don't think. So we're going to get ourselves something going here. I have this awesome fire kit, leather pouch for my tinder. This was made by Nate from Tea in the Trees, sent to me all the way from Pennsylvania. So if you guys have not checked out his channel, definitely do that. And I'll show you guys what we have in here to work with. First off, I have this little tinder, or this little pouch here. I call it the starter pouch. Inside here I have some corrugated paper shredded up, as well as some cattails. So we're going to use that as our base. Let me go over. I'm going to find ourselves some char cloth right here, and my fire steel right here. And inside this pouch, I have a lot of different stuff. I have some awesome materials here that Nate sent me. But I'm just going to reach in. I'm going to grab some birch bark and a little bit of this goat's beard. And this is what I'm going to use to kind of stoke it once I have it going. So I'm going to put this down into the side. I want to select some nice pieces of dry wood here. Some smaller stuff, hopefully. And just get this little pile going of small stuff that I'm going to put over once I have the flames going. Alright, so let's start off with our starter bundle here. Open this up, get this stuff out. And the way I do this is I fluff out the cattails and I put the paper stuff on the bottom here. And what that's going to do is once it takes a spark and I have my my char cloth in here, I'll be able to fold it onto itself, and this will all catch up and go very nicely. I need to get this fire going because the bugs are a little crazy. Need some of this smoke to keep them out of my stuff. So we're going to reach in, grab a whole sheet of char cloth here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to spark it right onto the char cloth. I'm going to transfer the char cloth over, get it into here, get this going. Then put in a little bit of this birch bark, and then I'm going to throw some sticks right on top, and that should make for a nice, easy firelight. So I'm going to put fire steel right down in it here. Okay. Just going to blow a little bit so I can spread the amber of the char cloth, fold it onto itself. Get this inside my little bundle. Excellent. Oh, don't want that to go out. No, it's going to. Oh, maybe not. Now, I could probably use a lot less cattail. It seems like the cattail doesn't get used a whole lot in this process. But it's a surefire way of getting it going. And it works pretty much every time. That crumpled paper, that will take a nice spark as well. And definitely right from the char cloth, you can get a good little flame going. So we're going to do this. I'm going to get this fire going a little bit. And I'm going to run over, and there's a lot of dried out, let's see, pine needles. I'm going to throw a bunch of pine needles on the fire. That's going to get some good smoke going. And from what I hear, ticks and mosquitoes don't like the smell of pine smoke. So we're going to get that roaring and going very quickly. We'll get some more small stuff on the fire here. All right, guys. Still working on my beer here. Gotta go get those pine needles now, and I'll bring you guys back when we start cooking. YouTube, what's going on, guys? if you are watching this, you have reached the end of episode number 1, part 1 of my overnighter. Right now I am actually hiking my way out. It is the next day, and I have successfully completed the overnighter. If you guys want to see the rest of it, stay tuned. I will be uploading the video tomorrow. I should have it all edited and uploaded. I just need to release it. And right now I am working my way back to the trail. Hopefully I can find this trail. Yep, there she blows. So it's been a good night, guys. Definitely watch part 2. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of good times. And there it is. Alright. So guys, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you get out there, enjoy nature, and make sure to have a wonderful day. Take care, guys.